Welcome on back, everybody. I'm here once again with the usual three.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hey.
So to progress now, we got to use that missile teleportation system. So we're heading right on back to where just before we fought Oliver. If we were to talk to a Louis, he will just say, "Oh, hey, just head on over to the missile, please."
So is this how the game means to go on? Like, the hub is completely disconnected from everything else, and the rest of it is just like a linear sequence from start to finish?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that's not
Wander
bad.
around selling valuables as I explore. The miasma has gotten pretty thin here lately, eh? I thought it might be dangerous, but I came all the same. I haven't seen a fellow explorer for a while, though. I think we were fated to meet. Take this map of the depths. I'll be around here for a while. If you want to buy anything, let me know.
So he gave us an item
have any
that
materials
we'll
from the old
see
world, I can give
what
you
it's
valuables
used for
in
at the end of the
exchange.
video. But basically, they're like extra dungeons.
Are we talking about the map or something else?
The map he handed us.
Yeah.
And then I noticed this on chocolate garlic flakes. Like, ugh.
Don't
Gross.
hesitate to come back
I-
if you need anything.
I don't know if that's a God Eater reference or not,
Okay.
because there are a
Good to be
couple. Because there are a few other gifts that are God Eater references, but I've only played God Eater 1 in its entirety. God Eater 2 I've made a bit of progress in, and then God Eater 3 I haven't touched. So,
Okay.
but yeah, if that were like some gag in one of the later God Eater games, wouldn't surprise me.
I hope that's a joke, because that's a disgusting combination.
It's quite right. Let's use it well.
Where I used to work at, I saw
This way should lead to
bags
the old
like
city.
chocolate-covered potato chips, and I was like, why?
I
I could
recently had
see it working.
a pizza with rosemary on it.
That doesn't sound bad.
It tasted pretty bad.
Oh, was there like a lot of rosemary?
On the crusts, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Map of the
damn.
depths.
Yeah, I could
This
see
would
that
be
being
very
bad
interesting.
there.
And hey, found a second map. That's that was real quick. But I've also changed over to Louise Blood Code, and I had to redo all of my because your gifts, they're
On my
per
way.
code, so you don't have to. So whenever you switch to a new one, yes, you have to set your stuff, but whenever you switch between
this
them, you know, like
Are you
one
ready?
class would have, you would want these gifts, another class you'd have those gifts. They're all separated from each other.
That's handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can just effectively save builds that way.
And then I did linger a little bit. I mean, it was sped up, but we also got a community gift just for
That's
having
something.
Louis in the party.
Expectations
But it was like hella
exceeded.
expensive, so it's like 20 Iker. I probably won't really use it.
That settles it. You are absolutely vital to our operation. There are more blood springs ahead, but the miasma is blocking the way forward. Do you think you could clear it for us again? Thank you.
I think I'll have to relax on the hand
We
touching
know where
meme
two
because
springs are
they love
thanks to
doing that in
past
this game.
expeditions. Let's go have a look at them.
One of you guys
Territory
kind of
up ahead
joked
is
about
teeming
it
with the
last
lost.
time, but
Watch yourself.
yeah, something you see is if people remove their masks, that's generally in a place where the miasma is thin because you've put down the missile or something like that.
Okay. Makes sense. So just quickly level up. I'm also buying a few more of Louis' skills. He's got some good ones, like one that increases your attack, and one that does like that fire move he does, which usually stuns enemies.
was gonna ask, I thought Louis was the mage party member, but I guess he's a battle mage.
He's
This place gives us some more
like
room.
mobile swordsman slash
Yeah.
somewhat magician.
He has, like, some... Like, I forget the exact stat lineup. I can look it up in a moment here.
Glorious path.
But
Deuced
Prometheus's blood code is not, like... is not particularly caster-oriented.
I'll have to check the wiki once this is done.
I can look it up right now.
As usual, there's rubble everywhere.
So
Okay,
go ahead.
yeah, it's B plus in strength and dexterity, C plus in might and willpower.
So yeah, more of a it's like kind of mobile jack of all trades, I guess.
Pick up something we can use?
Yeah.
He's the Mario.
He's the red
Pretty much.
mage.
Oh, Jesus. Around this point in the game, they absolutely love throwing enemies right around a corner. So I start approaching it with my guard up. And I keep trying to drain, but Louis just he gets merciless on or I guess 2-on-1s.
Louis has 0 chill.
Yeah.
I see you're doing my favorite tactic of just constantly adjusting and making light attacks until you get the backstab.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, in this, like, the enemy's back isn't where it looks like it is. So, like, you know, they'll be, like, turning, and you're like, oh, their back is here. That's where their spine is. But it's like, no, it's where their back would have been if they were standing perfectly still.
Yeah, I think it's like where their feet are pointing or something to that effect.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out on that.
That's stupid.
Yeah, because a lot of times I'm like, okay, this should be the back, and I swing. I'm like, okay, let me readjust a little bit, and
It's kind of, it is fussy, but by the same token,
Not a lot of room to dodge.
if you trigger it, it is a locked animation.
yeah,
And if you fail to do it, okay, you still make a regular light attack.
yeah, and it is also useful because not only is it fixed, but like you have iframes during it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude, he just teleports in, smacks him around, and immediately throws a fireball. Like, ooh. He also has the ability to buff us as well. If you look on the bottom right now, there's a sword with a
Garage?
up sign on it.
I see signs of the enemy.
Yeah, Adrenaline's not an amazing gift, but it's decent to start out.
Yeah, and what's nice is it means that because what was it, when I switched to a mage, I couldn't use it because I didn't have the stats for it, so he can use it instead. And usually he opens up. Whenever we don't have it, he tends to open up with it.
Wait, that's...
Even if you do have it, you still might open up with it.
Shades of Dragon's Dogma in there then.
Oh man, Dragon's Dogma. I need to get back on that.
Yeah, all the AI buddies in this game have a fixed collection of gifts and act like they have, certain equipment
Those are like barricades.
and so forth, just like you.
So is that scorpion stinger you fart out just a blood drain backstab animation?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 4 classes of blood veils, and this is one of them.
Let's see. I think we've seen 3 of them so far. Oh, so at this point I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to also show off the different weapons, so check this out.
Oh my god.
See how much
like-
slower I roll?
It's like 1/8 of a Beyblade.
Also, your casting animation with that coat makes you look like not the main villain of Final Fantasy, but their henchman.
So, what better to test out a big weapon than on a big enemy? Oh, hey, I did not mean to do that for once.
lord.
But yeah, I'm just completely fucking wrecking her. Jesus. Then I thought I could get that last hit in, but nah, she got me good.
She didn't sing, so the game's not over.
That's quite
I
valuable.
do like that it appears you can damage enemies that are in a pain state.
Oh yeah, no iframes for them.
Yeah.
So this is the weapon we just got off of her, and it looks kind of familiar. And I was like, oh, that's right. We also got a weapon from Oliver.
That's just an engine block on a stick.
It really is. Now, Yukimura, we can have him with us, but just for now, I'm gonna stick with Louis. But he got his own big-ass weapon.
Hey, what is it? You okay? Yo, Louis. You smell that?
Yeah. Human blood. An escapee?
Now, where did she run off to? Huh? Hey, chumps! What the hell are you doing here?
None of your business.
Oh, really? Then tell me this. Why would scum like you have the sweet stink of a human on ya?
Well, sir, if you look to
The
the
girl
floor,
belongs to
you
us.
might notice something.
Put your paws on our property and your ash. That clear?
This game needs a lot more talk shit, get hit.
Right? You gonna take that, Louis? Jeez.
Fresh blood is some powerful stuff. You hanging in there?
Oh man, I'm doing all I can to not get on
So,
my hands and knees and lick
What's
it
the
up.
plan now? We know it's just a matter of time until they find that missing human.
You know the plan.
Hell yeah. Let's hope she hasn't been devoured by horrors yet.
Wait, how do you know what gender the escapee is?
Well, I guess they're presuming the girl the asshole talked about is the same person.
Oh, he did say her, huh? Well, there goes my joke. I'm gonna edit that out.
Oh boy.
So that other guy's big weapon's a Monster Hunter ass weapon, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's so great. I love it.
Yeah, speaking of that, and well, going back to God Eater, which is sort of a Monster Hunter-like game. I think, like, if you pre-ordered this, you could get a couple of God Eater weapons that were just kind of like function like Code Vein weapons, but different skins or something to that effect. They weren't especially amazing. And like, I've never tried using them, but
Government built
apparently
ladder.
you can
It's
just
here for
fool
us.
around with some DLLs and enable them even without a pre-order.
Shadow of the world.
Nice.
Perhaps.
So Louis just said that, hey, this is a government ladder. So does that mean like the government decided, hey, we need a ladder right here so we can get inside of this parking garage?
Sam from Death Stranding works in mysterious ways.
No matter how many times I see that backstab, it will not look like it comes out of her throat. It just...
Oh yeah, now we got lost doggos. Getting some new enemy variety here.
Yeah, at least they aren't Dark Souls 3 dogs.
Thank God.
At the rate we're going, I expect the final boss to be using the Burj Khalifa as a weapon.
The final boss does not use the Burj Khalifa as a weapon.
This is the Eiffel Tower.
These bodies look just slightly different than the other bodies. It's like watching a Hanna-Barbera cartoon and noticing that one part of the background's a different color.
I would have missed that.
Do they ambush you if you walk past?
Yeah, I think when this dude attacks you, they all stand up.
Yeah. Sometimes Lost can call out for other Lost.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear, I hate these fuckers.
Yeah, I'm also surprised Louis and I got him locked down, but if he was still active, that would not have gone so well.
A whole file. We shouldn't attack them all at once.
Now I'm thinking of inside.
Now tell me, how do creatures whose only desire is to kill and feast, have tactics such as going in file and
Well,
working together?
Which way will it be?
In this 5-paragraph essay, I will.
Take this!
I mean, not even being the lost creature is enough of an excuse to make you stop working retail.
Ah. First one of these.
Yep, so... It says Trial of Blood, but I'm not... Oh, I guess there is a little thing right there marking what it's... What's, sending the enemy...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, generally these pop up around something valuable.
Yeah, and that guy threw a fucking grenade at me. What the hell?
So this is like the Dark Souls invasions, right?
I'm
No?
not certain I'd call it that.
It's...
Because
I'd say it's like their own version of it. It's just instead of 1 or 2 people attacking you, it's just a bunch of mobs.
That entire file we just passed a second ago.
yeah, like the closest thing I can think of comes from Sundered, which is not a Souls-like.
Okay, I was joking, but it really is just that file that was walking past, isn't it?
Not yet. No, yeah, they're still
Yeah,
wandering
generally
around.
if you look closely you can see kind of an orange outline on them. On the Lost that comes specifically from a Trial of Blood.
Pick up something we can use.
And then yeah, when it says oh, it's no longer felt, it just really just feels like it's trying to be its own Dark Souls kind of thing. Invader no longer here or something.
Vader banished.
Yes, banished.
Yeah, this game has no formal PvP. There's technically a mod for it on Nexus, but it's just you can duel somebody if you want to, and it's kind of hacky.
Oh hey, there's that file.
Yeah, there they are. The circuit.
It's like 4 people.
Well, yeah. We
See,
killed
it
the
would've
first.
Yeah, it would have been 5. But I did grab that
Slowing you
one.
down.
And yeah, I wasn't actually expecting that. I was like, oh shit, there they are. I was kind of hoping on getting past here before they made their round.
What are those spells you're casting again?
So, the Fireball one is Louise' kind of own version of the Fireball. It's not as highly damaging as the mages, but it usually interrupts an enemy.
What about
trying
that
to-
white flash and the teleporting?
So that's also one of Louis' moves, where, yeah, you just teleport and you swing about 3 or 4 times. There's also another one where I just kind of notice red swirls around me and I kind of teleport forward.
Devastation must have been terrible.
And I like using that one because it's a gap closer that doesn't use up my stamina. Because running up or dodging up towards an enemy, that's my stamina being used. Or I can spend 1 Iker to close the gap, not burn any of it.
Yeah, gifts never use stamina, even the weapon-based ones.
Yeah, so that'd be good to be like, oh shit, I just need one more hit, but I ran out. Use an ability move.
And we're still in the very early game, so there's going to be a lot of variety.
Oh, of course, it's the last guy that I don't hit. That's the one still alive. And yeah, same thing. If I ran up to this guy, they would have all risen up.
I do like that you can see the ones that are alive kind of sitting there and moving and breathing.
Yeah, generally
Yeah.
it's the ones that don't have blood splatters all over them, or that aren't impaled.
I'm sure you saved some
Yeah.
information. I'm glad things didn't go sideways.
And Louis giving a nice little tip, which is something else I like in this game. When you're on your last regeneration, your party member will comment about it.
This spot is below the parking garage.
Just a nice
right?
way to remind you of it without you going, oh shit, that was my last one. They go, hey. Also, look at that dude in his like 2 frames a second.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a more extreme version of what I think Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 did, where if enemies are far away, then fewer frames get animated, but
I don't
Yeah,
think the LOD model should be applied to somebody 10 feet away.
Yeah, I think it's just because the fencing's in the way, so the game's like, oh, it's, they're not going to see it.
Yeah.
So, hey, what's up, buddy? How do I do a gesture? I don't figure it out, so...
Yeah, do you figure it out eventually, I hope?
I'll try.
Because...
I was like, hey, what if I do this? Oh, shit, I didn't expect that one to work.
Yeah, because I believe it's not select, it's like double-clicking the left stick.
Oh, okay, that's probably why, because after this, I did try
still
pushing a
use
few
this.
other buttons, and I was like, what the fuck? How do I access that menu?
Yeah. Had my,
Finally
I'm
opened up.
familiar with it by proprioception, but it's like, what's the actual name of this?
But hey, we found a way to get back to the garage and the missile spot right there. So that's nice. Just funny because the government put a ladder nearby. They couldn't have sent someone to go around the block and just unlock a door.
Breathe easy for now.
Effort.
And also, well,
Oh, I completely forgot about this. I picked up another blood code, the Hunter, which is for ranged abilities. It is funny though, because people say use Mage if you want to use your ranged stuff, because the bayonets, projectiles, and of course your spells all scale off of willpower and intelligence, and I'm not sure if Hunter has better of those. But we're gonna head on back to the hub real quick.
Hunter has C+ mind and B+ willpower. So not great, but decent.
So,
I think like
Louis seems
better
to
than
think
most of the
awfully
other
highly
options
of
for
you.
the starting game.
If you want,
yeah.
you can use my blood code
Yeah,
too.
guess that ain't too bad.
Don't get the wrong
Probably
idea. You're one of my
also
best
has B
customers, and I
dexterity,
want you
so-
to keep coming back.
Better for
I consider this
like,
an investment.
people who aren't just using the gift trigger of guns.
Mm-hmm. So Coco gave us her blood veil, and it has a couple of really useful abilities.
I've got a whole new line of stock in, thanks to my Herculean efforts.
Yeah,
But
I don't,
seriously, you've made my job a whole lot
don't know
easier.
if you ended up picking up one, but
You've forgotten almost everything, haven't
I
you?
think at least one of
It's
them
been a
is
while since the
useful
Queen was
for the
dethroned,
upcoming boss.
But the world's no better now than it was then. But if
Oh
you've got
boy,
the right
that
attitude,
boss.
even a prison can be a paradise. So it's all the same to me.
Coco, how did you get your car up here?
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look up all these different codes.
There's something wrong with them.
Oh, so you may have noticed I've been finding like just kind of random crap, and what we can do is we can gift it to the
If you
people
want it,
here
I
and
got
get
it.
points that we can then buy an item from them. And this is usually to grab items used for weapon upgrades.
Come again.
But so her blood code, reduced stamina while running. Vivification is a very good one because it lets us, for the cost of I think like 10 Iger, teleport back to the nearest missile.
It is
So-
homeward, but it is not. It does not require like a fancy caster setup.
And then this one, increased haze for killing enemies.
Oh yeah, you can't get that thing for a while.
It will
Is that
always-
just the farming code?
Yes, this is
Pretty
a map of
much.
the depths. If you want to go to this location, tell me, and I'll guide you there.
So yeah, we can.
I'll lead the way.
Whenever we
Just tell me
find
where we're
maps,
going.
we can go over to this guy and we'll go ahead and drop on in. They're basically like just
Your life
dungeons,
is
pretty
your
much.
greatest
You
asset.
just
Keep it
hey,
safe.
here's a place. You go in there, you kill enemies, you eventually kill the boss, and you get a big old haze payout.
They're kind of. I suppose
What
they're
is
kind of like Chalice dungeons, except like
Go on.
fewer of the like weird gimmicks that Bloodborne had. And there aren't any randomly generated ones. It's just like a couple of side areas.
Mhm.
Are they
you can go
repeatable?
to. They are repeatable.
Okay.
Like, you can't repeat getting all the like just all the random crap off the ground, but you can repeat them for whatever the local mini bosses and bosses drop.
Listen up. Our
Yeah,
scouts
so
have
so
finally
good
discovered the
for
Queen's
farming.
location. We're sending you in under orders to track down and destroy.
Oh, we don't
any
have to be the
lost
boss to
area.
get one of these?
Destroy the Lost? But how? We haven't even finished our training yet.
You'll learn
Nope.
in the
No,
field.
sometimes we can
Protect
find
your
them
hearts,
around the
you'll
area.
never die.
Most of them you'll just
Your
find in
sacrifice
the
will
levels.
help open a path to the future.
Oh, I think there actually is some of these in the dungeons too, or the deep mines.
Depths, yes.
Depths.
Friends! It's their own damn fault. Kids shouldn't flash blood beads around like that if they want to stay out of trouble. They were practically begging for us to lift them. But hey, don't be worried though. We're gonna let you live. As long as you work your ass off for us, that is. Damn you! Enjoy that!
And what's kind of cool, when you get near a vestige, you'll hear some dialogue that's inside the vestige itself.
To survive. To us, it was only natural. I was ordered to take blood beads from other kids, ones that were just like me. As long as they could get beads, they would live. Survival was more bead to bead than day to day. That was when Louis came along and reached out to me. No one had ever done that for me before.
And this vestige is the owner of the Hunter Blood Code that I found.
That was Kevin. He was a young Revenant boy who I met in my travels, and in the end, brought to his death. He was someone that I never should have forgotten. It's hard to believe that I could let something so important just slip away. Sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but there may be other memories of mine scattered around. If there are, I'd like to get them back. I may discover things that are painful to confront. But I made a decision to face my past head on. It's how our world is. I'm sure you've seen it yourself. no shortage of people who will exploit others to make their own lives easier. I have crossed blades with their miserable sort on more than one occasion, while I was researching the blood beads. It was a small thing, but I was certain that it would do some good.
Well, that's that, and this is this.
You know, if Code Vein had been a different kind of game, Louis would have been the protagonist.
Yeah, pretty much. I gotta say though, what's kind of annoying is kind of just off to the side of EO is the balcony, and it's just constant wind blowing. So whenever we go through these cutscenes,
Give me all your blood
you hear that wind blowing.
You're gonna get hurt.
Look at me, being threatened by a little boy. I must be letting my image slip.
I'm not a little boy. Now hurry up and hand him over, lady. Ow, that hurt.
What did I say? You're just a little boy. Still, I have to admire your guts.
Go on, do what you want. I'll end up dead anyway if I don't bring those blood beads back.
Why? Is someone making you collect the beads for them?
What's it to you? Do you plan on giving alms to a poor, miserable thrall?
I'm not giving you anything. You'll have to make your own way in the world.
Pull yourself up by your
What
bootstraps,
I can do
boy.
is offer you a job. I need someone to scout out the place marked on this map. Think you
Well,
can handle that?
The map led me to a fully laden blood spring, tucked neatly out of sight. It was so well hidden, and I never could have found it on my own. She'd sent me to the Trove alone and unsupervised, so she couldn't very well complain when I took every last blood bead. After all, who am I to turn down an offer like that? I doubt I'll ever see her again anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the bootstraps thing is mostly a posture.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like she likes him or anything.
Talk about your unexpected trips down memory lane. Stop that. I do what I want to do, and that's all there is to it.
This boy
Most
knew both
revenants have
Coco
lost the majority
and
of their
Louis,
memories.
and now he's
I guess I'm
dead.
something of
I'm
an oddity in that
I'm not
respect.
exactly comfortable
I've still
knowing
got
that.
almost all of them. And the things I want to forget aren't going anywhere. Lucky me, right? Looks like you have the ability to restore people's memories. If you happen to find anything related to me, be sure to let me know, okay? I'll make it worth your while. There could be something out there that I've forgotten, and if that's the case, I want to see what it is. So the kid found the blood spring after all, Maybe I did, and maybe I didn't.
That is some Arcanum-ass violin music.
Later, everybody.
Later.
See ya.